Hello fellow modelers, here we are again, back with the build of the N-scale consolidated freightways semi-truck. As you can see, I've modified the Concours truck from what it used to look like as a cab with a sleeper to a short cab, and then of course the decals so far that I've added. I've added the truck number on the front, the door decals, and the side stripes, and the number on the back. Also the air dam up on the top. I've painted the fuel tanks. I've painted and dulled the front bumper and grille work. I have modified the smokestack. I don't know how much of the video was lost, but the battery died in between taping. I'm not sure exactly where. I'll have to check later when I download these videos to my computer to find out how much I lost. But I've done that, and I built the little bracket. It's just a flat piece of styrene. I drilled 2 holes in it and put stretched out springs from HO scale couplers. I have some A-line chain that I've already weathered. It comes in black. But what I've done, I don't know if you can see it on the video, I've taken my silver Sharpie, and you can see right to about here is where it ends. I painted it silver. You might be able to see a little bit of the silver on the chain. I wanted a little bit of the silver to show. And then I took my chain, I don't know if you can see this way over here, there's AIM weathering powders on this mat over here. And the sets come in these little square tubes. I have all of the sets, but the one I've been using is the, well, I can't pull it out of the thing I made, is the light rust color. So that chain will be hanging over the fuel tanks. And then here's the wheels. They are from Showcase Miniatures. When I first ordered them, that was the picture right there. And the description just said medium duty wheels. It didn't say how many. So I was surprised to see that there was actually a few sets in here. It appears to be enough for 2 semis with the both rear axles instead of singles. So I'll be able to do this truck with the single axle, and then the other tires I'll save for another trailer, and then the other set I'll do on a truck, probably this Santa Fe truck. I'll do this one up and use the Dayton spoked wheels on this one as well. Maybe that one will be, I don't know, the ICX or the Leeway. I don't know, whichever one I decide to do. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these wheels open, take them off the sprues. There's flash from white metal in there. I'll just cut that off and file it down a little bit. I'll tape these down, the ones I'm going to use anyway, and I'll spray them flat black. And let's see, what else am I going to do? When I come back, I think I'll also... Oh yeah, that's another thing I did. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, I only put one on. This side over here, if you can see it, on the side of the truck just left of the headlights, there is a little round piece of plastic. That's for a side blinker. I cut that off of a small gray piece of plastic that came from I want to say a faller fence piece for metal railings from the Faller company. And it's just a gray railing. This is what the piece looks like. So I just cut a sliver off of that and then glued it onto the side of the truck. And then what I'll do is I'll paint it yellow, and that'll be a blinker on the side. And then I think I'll do the detail painting around the windows, paint the door latch, you know, that kind of stuff. Basically the video is probably going to be super long. The series is going to be super long. I don't think you really need to see how to put on mirrors. You just cut them out. And there's a section on there where it looks like a triangle. You just bend that upward and glue it up flat up against the vehicle. Sometimes they have sprues that you can drill holes and stick it into the vehicle, but this one doesn't. And then I'm going to add just metal strips on the side over here for the handles, and then detail paint things like the lights. The smokestack is already done. Has the air filter on top of it, and it's got the bent stack. It's pretty basic. I mean, it's not really that advanced. But one other thing I'll show you that I'm going to do. I did this with an HO scale truck recently, and it looked really good. I'm going to take a piece of brass tube and this piece of the step plate or chrome see-through walk tread or whatever you want to call it, and I'm going to put it up and down long ways like so. You can see that in the picture. And I'm going to bend it around the brass piece until this etched metal is in a circular, I don't know what you'd call it, like it's a half circle, so I can put it around the smokestack. And I did this on an HO model, and it came out looking awesome. So I figured I'd try it on the N scale. All I'm doing is bending it around the middle. It's a little difficult because this etched metal walkway is actually kind of tough and durable. But I like that because it doesn't bend the way you don't want it to bend very easily. Well, not for me anyway. It's actually working pretty good. So I don't want to bend it. I don't want to close it. I want it to still be round so I can put it on the smokestack. But basically, this is what I'm up to. I don't know how well you can see that. You can see that it has the holes in it, like a semi-smokestack. I did this on an HO scale truck, a Saya diesel that I did. And then I put that little flapper thing on top of the exhaust stack, and it ended up looking really cool. So I'm not doing the flapper on this one, just the air cleaner. But yeah, got the etching on there. I'll glue it on so it stays on better. But basically it's just putting it back together and detail painting it. The way I'll detail paint it is a paintbrush. You have to do it by hand. You could probably use the really fine tipped Sharpie pens. I don't have any in here right now, I just have the fat ones, the fatter tips. The silver pen is my favorite. I use it for chrome. I know a lot of guys out there use that new super shiny chrome pen, which is fine if it's like a hot rod or one of those fancy semi-trucks that has the hydrofoils on the roof and it's a super shiny chrome. But I like the working diesels, the ones that are usually in like mass production, Like companies, they usually don't spend the extra money to get the super shiny chrome on their rigs. So we'll be right back. Gonna paint these. Hello YouTubers. This is what the truck looks like right now. Somehow I lost the last two short video clips of working on the truck. Basically all I did was spray the wheels flat black, and then I hand painted the rims cherry red, as I also painted the frame and the straps on the fuel tanks cherry red. The red matches up kind of close to the stripes on the truck. It's a little darker. I also apologize for the traffic in the back. That's the highway that runs in front of my house. But basically here the truck is completed. I'll post some video or pictures right after this so you can see what it looks like in better sunlight. Right now we have an overcast sky with a lot of clouds. We have a lot of smoke here in Central Oregon. There's a lot of big fires going on, so the sky is really smoky. But yeah, good looking truck. Took a lot of effort, time, and actually a little bit of money, but I think it was worth it. It came out pretty good. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and again, I'm sorry I lost the last two videos. Basically I just glued the chains on there, and I put like the little pigtails on there, and I also put some etch stepping underneath it with some etching on the smokestack as well. And you can see the air cleaner is finished. It is a tiny truck, but well, I scraped some of the paint off that front wheel. I'll have to fix that, no big deal. But there it is. Not perfect, but it's cute and it's nice and it's done. I really don't want to mess with it anymore. And you can also see the little marker lights just to either side of the headlights where I glued on those little tiny pieces of styrene. But anyway, this is it. See ya and take care.